Okay, in the last lecture, we have completed the chapter array and string. See, in array and string, we have gone through, as we know, this is what it is, a derived type. Okay, if you go through it, so we will come to know array is a derived type of data type. Why we called it as derived data type? Because it is depend on the base, or you can say the fundamental types. Now, here also we have gone through the declaration. Based on the declaration of arrays, we came to know like there are different types like one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array. Very important thing here you need to know, it is collection of same type of elements. Array is a collection of same type of elements, and the values are stored or arranged one after the other in the sequence. Okay, so this is about array. There we have gone through some problem statement and handling of the array elements which are there, which are provided by the user, like their addition, subtraction, then finding positive number, negative numbers, then place those array elements in the ascending order. Descending order, that means you need to simply change the condition, and sample programs are here as per the number of questions. The solution number will be appear here. Okay, in the next we have gone through the string concept. String is also a part of our character data type. Now when we say character data type, the syntax is like character, the name of variable, and if I'm passing a single character, it should be in single quote. If I wish to pass the string, then it should be the double quote. %C is used for displaying the values or accepting the values which is of type only single character or single letter. %S is used for string values. Okay, and we have gone through some string function, that is string to find the length of the string. We use this string length function, string comparison function, string copy, string cat. Okay, and accordingly the problem statements are attached here. Now, yesterday also I have gone through some of the problems, extra problems. See, implement a program to calculate length of the string entered by user. So for that, what we are doing, we are using the string length function to calculate the length of string. But the question is without length, string length function. That means I need to count the number of characters present in the string, but without using the string length. The program is given here like this way. I'm going to scan the values for the string. This is what null, that means the last character. I told you before, right? In the string default, there is a last character, we called it as a null character. And here just I'm checking the condition. All the values belongs to I, that is it starts from 0 and it increments till it finds the null character. Okay, जोपर्यंत null character येत नाही, then I'm going to increment the value of I, and just I have printed here the value of I. Okay, you will find here the value of I, that is 6. The length of this string is 6. See, the questions are in the interviews, in the campus interviews. The questions may be asked you in a different way, like to find the length of string. If the condition is not given, you are allowed to use this string length function simply. But if the condition is given like this way, without using string length function, then you need to go with this type of program. Okay. Second, implement a program to reverse of the string. म्हणजे जी काही मी user कडून string देईल. Let's say if I give here as string as my name, or I will say hello. Okay, this is the input. What do you understand by this? Reverse the string. That means my output should be like this way. Okay, I will write it here. O double L E H. Okay, I should print my output in this way. Again, I have provided you the code here. Here I'm going to read all the values from the string first, and I'm just using those values here in for loop. Okay, and decrement it. Decrement, that means I have gone through this way. Now the cursor will reach to this place, and from this, what I'm doing, I'm decrementing. That means from here I am writing the values. Okay, from right hand side, like this way. Okay, so you may find the output here. Okay, you can take this code and you can copy and paste into the, yes, copy and paste to the your terminal in the sense compiler, and you will get the output. The same way I have taken one more, like implement a program, sorry, here it is, third. Okay, implement a program to copy the content from one string to the other string. Again, for this we are doing, we are using this string copy function, but the question is without string copy function. That means I need to read all the values. I need to copy from one string to other string. Okay, the code is given here on this slide. Thereafter, yesterday we have discussed about two-dimensional array. This first two-dimensional in the sense the subscript. The first subscript is used for taking the number of rows, how many number of rows are present in your matrix, and second subscript is dealing with the number of column. If you check the example, the array is of 2 by 2 matrix. That means 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, the rows are differentiated with open and curly close brackets. This is what the value for one row. Okay, 1 and 2, these are the values for first row, but this is the value for first column, this is the value for second column. Now this is in second open and close curly bracket. That means this is the second row, the first value belongs to first column, second value belongs to second column. Okay, so likewise we have discussed, also we have gone through the problem statement, like display the contents of 2 by 2 matrix, similarly for 3 by 3 matrix, and the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction in this 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, the program is given here, and all those things are attached here in your, if you check this PPT, you will find all the programs are attached in the PDF. Okay, so you may take this for your reference. Now we are going to deal with, yes, today with structure. If you go through the diagram once again, now again it's a data type, and but what is under this, it is under the user defined type. That means now here I have the functionality, or I have the flexibility to create my own user defined or username function, username structure. Ithe तुम्ही arrayला, okay, there is a bound. Okay, you need to make a data type of a base data type, but for the structure or union, it is not yes mandatory to go for the system defined types. इथे तुम्ही तुमचे user defined types create करू शकताय आणि त्याच्यानुसार तुम्ही values access करू शकताय. Okay, now we'll move to point. If you go through here, we have already discussed various data types used for different purposes. Like if we wish to store the value at a time, then we use simple data types as per our requirement. म्हणजेच काय की ज्यावेळेस आपल्याला सपोज इंटिजर टाइपचा डेटा घ्यायचा असेल, लेट्स से 5 10 व्हॅल्यू जर घ्यायची असेल, so I will use that time integer type of data type. If I wish to take a single character, let's say ABCD, okay, for that I will use character type of data. If I'm getting some the values in the form of decimals, so I will use that time float type of a data. C provides derived data type called as an array. So we know in this diagram, okay, this basics, and here in the derived data type. So okay, in the derived data type as an array, but which allow user to store the multiple values. See, for this case, integer, character, float, they are allowing only one value to store for the declare variable. But what is happening here in the array? We can store multiple values for the same array variable. एका array variable ला आपण multiple value store करू शकतो. But you need to remember this word, which is of same type. एकाच type च्या. Let's say if I have the integer array declaration, so I can pass only array, only integer type of values to that array. Okay, and that is what the limitation, of yes, array. Array's limitation काय आहे? It allows user to only, yes, store the values which is of same type. Now what is happening here in the structure? Now what is there in the structure? See, as this is a drawback, so I may wish to you can say store the multiple values. एका व्हेरिएबल साठी मला मल्टिपल व्हॅल्यू स्टोअर करायचे आहेत, बट त्या सगळ्या काय आहेत की वेगवेगळ्या टाईपच्या आहेत. सो इट मे बी देअर ॲज अ कॅरेक्टर टाईप, इट मे बी देअर ॲज इंटिजर टाईप, it may be there as float type. Okay, so if I use the array, I cannot deal this, right? So to overcome this limitation, the C program is provided with the structure concept. Now here the structure concept is allow user to have different data types together. Okay, I will write it here. The definition of structure is just which allow users to declare different variable of different data types. Okay, so you need to remember this, which is exactly opposite to, yes, exactly opposite to array. Okay, the structure is a small body which allow user to declare a different variables of different data type. Okay, now we'll take one example here, or I will give one definition why there is a requirement of this structure. Let's say example, and what is that example? Okay, example is if user want to store the data related with books. Okay, the question is if user want to store the data related with books. Okay, now tell me what are the data related with books? Books related कुठला data user ला store करायचा असेल? Yes, can you tell me? Hello. Yes, tell me, if I wish to store the data related with book, so what are the fields or what are the variables I need to use to store the data? Yes, Asauri Bhosle.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, if I wish to store the data related with books, book related कुठला data असू शकतो? Simple, book name, अजून काय असू शकते? Hello.
Price.
Price, correct. अजून PRIC.
Index.
Yes, I'm not able to hear you clearly. Can you repeat it again?
Index.
No, index, see, book related data. I don't want to
Writer
go.
name.
Yes, author name. Writer name, that means author name. सी मला बुकच्या आतमध्ये जायचं नाही इंडेक्स वगैरे बघायला बट व्हॉट आय नीड ऍट लाईक ऑन द कवर वी आर हॅव्हिंग बुक नेम प्राइस राइटली मेन्शन ऑथर नेम और राइटर नेम maybe publication maybe year in which year the book is launched, right? So now if you go through here, like the book name, I can use the character data type, right? For price, I need to use float data type. For author name, I need to use string data type. For publication, again string data type. Okay, that means here I need to use a different data types. Here I may go with character values, or you can say the string values. Here, if you take the float values, author name, again again character type of value. This publication, I will use publication year to make it difference. Okay, so here I need to go with integer type of value. That means there are certain cases, okay, there are certain cases where I need to go with different data values for a single entity. आता इथे entity जर म्हटलं तुम्ही तर entity कुठली आली? Book. ह्या बुक रिलेटेड हे जे काही रेकॉर्ड स्टोअर करायचे आहेत मला, बट इट हॅज अ डिफरंट डेटा टाइप्स. इफ आय यूज अ अरे ऑफ नेम बुक, जर मी बुक या नावाचा अरे जर यूज केला, आय कॅन स्टोअर ऍट मॅक्स कॅरेक्टर. जर कॅरेक्टर टाईपचं जर मी बुक डिक्लेअर केलं, डेटा टाईप केला, तर काय होईल, मला कॅरेक्टर टाईपच्याच व्हॅल्यू घेता येतील. त्याच्यानंतर मला परत अजून एक अरे डिक्लेअर करायला लागेल विच विल स्टोअर द फ्लोट व्हॅल्यूज. त्याच्यानंतर अजून एक अरे डिक्लेअर करायला लागेल विच विल स्टोअर द इंटिजर टाइप ऑफ व्हॅल्यू. This will be like a you can say hectic task, right? Now the structure, again go to the definition. Structure is what? Is a small body which allows user to declare different variables. म्हणजेच काय, एका बॉडी मध्ये तुम्ही वेगळ्या वेगळ्या टाइपचे व्हेरिएबल्स आणि वेगळ्या टाइपचे डेटा टाइप्स हे तुम्ही डिफाइन करू शकताय. म्हणजेच काय, यू कॅन डिफाइन द कॅरेक्टर अंडर दिस बुक. Under this book structure, you can define the book name which is of type character, the price which is of type float, the publication year which is of type again integer value. Okay, under this book body or book structure. Okay, तुम्हाला कन्सेप्ट काय आलाय का, स्ट्रक्चर कशासाठी यूज करतात ते? हॅलो, हॅलो, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then reply should be given immediately. Okay, now we will go to next part, that is declaration and definition of the structure. Okay, how we are going to declare and how we are going to define the structure. Declaration. Okay, now see here how we are going to declare a structure. I will write it here, the name struct. Okay, again it is a small struct, the structure name. Okay, okay, I will write it here, structure name. Okay, now after this open and close curly bracket. Now here you can define, yes, data type and the variable name. Okay, now here data type 2, variable name 2, 3, 4. Okay, and here again you can call the instance of the structure. I will use any variable here. Okay, now this is what a declaration of structure variable. Check again how we are going to declare. Yes, struct, you need to remember this keyword struct, struct, and the name of structure variable. Here it is the name of structure variable. As if you go to the definition, structure is a body. That means body is contained in the open and close curly bracket, and which allows user to declare different variables of different types. So I have declared these variables of this different type. Now data type 1 may be of integer, this may be of character, this may be of float, this may be of again integer. Okay, it may be, but these are what a different. Okay, now we will go with yes example. So is this declaration is understood to you? हे declaration समजले का तुम्हाला? Hello, how we are going to declare structure? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll go to problem statement. Very important two things. You need to first understand what is the need of this declaration of structure. Structure कशासाठी use करायचे? Because there are some situations where you need to use multiple or different data types, right? So for to handle these different data types, we need to use structure. If I'm having same type of multiple values, then instead of structure, I can prefer to go with array. Okay, so you need to understand the concepts. Okay, now I will use I will take a problem statement as simple. Write a program to demonstrate the initialization of structure. Okay, structure चे initialization करायचं एक program demonstrate करा. So I will go here. Okay, now now I will define the structure. Let's say for employee, I'm going to use this structure for employee. Now again in the as it is the body, so I have taken this as an input. Sorry, open and close curly bracket. Now for employee, I am going to add employee ID, which is of type integer. Then I have employee name, which is of type character. And when I say character, I will use the array if I have multiple names for the employee. And I'm having float for salary value. Okay, integer, employee ID, character, employee name. I'm going to store the name for this character, and salary, which is of type float. Okay, now here we need to give the semicolon. See, this is what a complete declaration of array. When I write here as a semicolon. But before a semicolon, I'm going to use one variable, that is this structure variable. Okay, this is what a structure variable. I can give any variable name here. It a पण देऊ शकतो because but I have taken as employee, so I will take e as a variable. Now just check. I will pass the value. How you are going to pass the value? Structure, then what is the name of structure? Employee, and here I am having the variable as E, which is equal to, again we need to pass with open and close curly brackets. Now what is my first variable? First variable kutla hai माझं? Employee ID, which is of type integer. So I will give the integer value. Let's say 100. This is my employee ID. Okay. Now employee name, which is of type character. आणि जर स्ट्रिंग, आता जर मला काय की 10 कॅरेक्टरची मी 10 लेनच्या कॅरेक्टरची मी काय करू शकतो, व्हॅल्यू देऊ शकतो. सो दॅट मीन्स इट इज अ स्ट्रिंग. सो आय विल यूज डबल कोट. Let's say again I will use my name. Now what is the third? Salary, which is of type float. So I will write it here, any salary value. Let's say 52,050. Okay, I want to make it as a float, so I have added this as a 50. Okay, so this is what the values I assign to the variable employee ID, employee name, and the salary. And now how to display it? हे display कसे करणार? So I will use printf function, printf. Now as I'm going to display the value of employee ID, so I will write it here as employee ID is equal to S. It is of type integer, so I will use %d. And now look at here, why I have created this E variable. So with this variable I can access the value of this employee ID. How? E dot employee ID. Okay. Similarly, I can go with yes. Next, employee name. Employee name is of type character, and I know here I have given as a string, so I will use %yes to display, and here emp name, e dot emp name. Okay. Now salary, employee salary, which is in float, so I will use here %yes, %f, e dot salary. Okay, if you run the program now, check. Okay, error is what? Redeclaration of yes. Sorry, I will declare it here only. Redeclaration म्हणजेच काय की डबल डिक्लेरेशन झालं होतं. See, for creating I have also defined it here, and at the time of calling also I defined. So the error was like redeclaration. So I have removed from here, so it will not give me an error. So येते का लक्षात? Hello. Is this understand to you? Okay.